Brandon Semenuk and Brendan Fairclough are some of the smoothest and steeziest riders out there. Maybe it's their insane amount of talent, or maybe it's the crazy amount of practice put in. Either way, they're great examples of how to ride light and smooth, and today we're going to look at how you can ride lighter and smoother as well, maybe just like them. So let's start with body position and use that as a solid foundation for starting to ride smoother and lighter. This will help you to adapt to the trail and position your bike accordingly whilst your body stays relatively calm above. You'll expend less energy and the bike will do a lot more of the work for you. Okay, so when things start getting a little rowdier, like they are behind me here, you're going to want to assume a slightly more aggressive riding position. Dropping those heels a little more, that'll put your weight further back and also lower your centre of gravity, giving you more grip and more pressure on the pedals. This is going to help you ride lighter and smoother on a drop by keeping you a lot more under control. You'll also notice this will help when taking impacts, as your weight will be further back and your feet won't jump around. Now, no two sections of trail are the same, but taking the time to look at what you're going to ride can really pay dividends. Look at what works well for you. There may be a certain obstacle you can use to jump off and gap on a rougher section, allowing you to get light on the bike and skip across bumps. Slowing up a little before to then get on a better, smoother line may work out faster in the long run also. Also, look up. That's something I see all too often people not doing. You want to try and look a good few meters ahead of you. You can clearly see here we've got 1, 2, 3 different line choices, all of which will affect how smoothly you ride this next corner. How can braking make you smoother and lighter, I hear you ask? Well, being smoother on the brakes can make you a much more efficient rider from both an energy and a speed point of view. Heavy-handedness on the brakes, being uneven or unnecessarily heavy on either the front or the rear, will throw your body weight about from the front to the back of the bike, which will affect grip and your ability to carry momentum. Try not to be too abrupt on the brakes. Grabbing a handful is going to get you in all kinds of problems. Depending on what you're riding, you might need to use more back than front. Front's generally going to scrub more speed with more power. Back's going to lock up a bit more easy and can be used for changing direction. Laying off the brakes, as crazy as it sounds, is actually something that can make you smoother as well. By carrying more speed into a section, you'll find yourself skipping across the top of bumps rather than your wheels getting sucked in and sitting in them, hitting every little bump. A quiet and smooth running bike may not necessarily make you a smoother and lighter rider, but it can have an effect on you mentally during your rides. If your bike's making all sorts of clattery, horrible noises, it's going to distract you from what you're riding. Taking a few simple tips just to make your bike that little bit smoother, it could have an effect on how smooth you ride. Some simple and effective ways of doing this are improving or upgrading your chainstay protection for any unwanted rattles or clatters. Gears, get those gears running nice and smooth. There's nothing worse than graunching your way up a hill, crunching through the gears. Getting your forks and shock dialed in for your body weight or riding style, also going to make a huge difference on lightness and smoothness on the trails. These little tips and tricks for the bike will hopefully make a big difference when all added up, in your head as much as anything, getting you smoother and lighter on the trail. Using the terrain to keep speed, such as pumping, jumping and gapping obstacles in the trail, are all really useful tools for maintaining and getting you smoother and lighter on the trail by avoiding some of those horrible obstacles. Practice and repetition, finally. So we all know practice makes perfect. The more you ride, the more likely you're going to hit more varied terrain and therefore be able to react and adjust to what you're riding. Repetition, if you've got an area of weakness, hit that more and more. Behind me we've got a cool corner track. If I'm not very good at corners, hitting that over and over again is going to do wonders to carry my cornering speed, fluidity, help with my braking, all aspects that are going to make me smoother and lighter in the long run. So that is it. I hope you've picked up a few tips and tricks on how to ride a bit lighter and a little bit smoother from this video. If you'd like to see more from me, my pro braking tips are just down here. As always, don't forget to hit the globe and subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Cheers.